Hello and welcome to our latest unboxing video. I'm Eliza. I'm here at the Hatfield Public Library and I'm excited to say that this is our very first video of the new year. Happy New Year 2022. And I think it's going to be a good one. It is a big box of adult books, which feels like it's been a long time coming. So I'll start with, let me see, I'm going to start with this one. By Tamron Hall as The Wicked Watch, and it says she's an Emmy award-winning journalist. So, and this is the first Jordan Manning novel. I think it's her first novel. I think she's done a career shift. Here she is. I'm not familiar with her. Oh, but it sounds like she had her own daytime television show. And this sounds like just like a new crime series, which we always need new crime series. Crime reporter Jordan Manning leaves her hometown in Texas to take a job at a television station in Chicago. But, oh no. But then she finds a story that she can't shake. Midnight in Washington by Adam Schiff, who's a congressman, and it's how we almost lost our democracy and still could. Very relevant to what's going on in the news right now, talking about how the presidency of Donald Trump has so weakened our institutions and compromised the Republican Party that we now need we need new vigilance against authoritarianism. Again, very relevant to what's going on in the news. Jessie Waters, How I Saved the World. I think this must be a little bit tongue-in-cheek. He's got like light radiating off him. I don't know, maybe he's serious. It says, takes readers on a tour of his life from a basement-dwelling Fox minion to a pampered champion of right-thinking Americans. I don't really know what that means. Oh, he says we have to choose between hamburgers and the New Deal. I don't think that's really true, but okay, yep. I'm sure that people out here will hear what he wants to say, what he has to say. Mitch Albom, The Stranger in the Lifeboat. It says, what would happen if we cried out to God for help and someone claiming to be God actually appeared before us? Oh, and it's about, I think that is the stranger in the lifeboat. Like, it's like literally what the title is. People in a lifeboat and a stranger appeared. And this is the very popular author of Tuesdays with Morrie. The Atlas of the Invisible. This is like not our standard fare. This seems like kind of exciting and special. It's Maps and Graphics That Will Change How You See the World by James Cheshire and Oliver Uberti. I am always interested in graphs and maps that will change the way I see the world. Gosh, it does look a little complicated. This is maybe one you want to look at after you've already had like your morning coffee, or in my case, morning cup of tea. But super intriguing. Oh, the United Commutes. 4 million daily drives reveal connections deeper than state lines. So interesting. My goodness. The Lure of Cities. Look at this. This is a map of China. I really want to look at this more closely. I won't spend too much time on it now. Look, this is like information flow around the world. Octopus's Garden, How the Internet Lives Under the Sea. I have to stop looking at the maps. I can't stop. Shipping lanes. Don't touch. It looks really interesting, though. Hopefully people will come to the library and see it, and they'll be as excited as I was. This one is called The Sisters of Auschwitz, the true story of two Jewish sisters' resistance in the heart of Nazi territory. This, Roxane van Iperen, and this is nonfiction. The author is Dutch, and it says it's based on her research. Both/and by Huma Abedin, A Life in Many Worlds, and she was an advisor to Hillary Clinton, and then I think she also had a very because wasn't she married to Anthony Weiner, and then that was publicly I think very difficult. Still Life by Sarah Winman. I just love this cover. I think it's so beautiful with like the orange and the blue. I would love to have like, I don't know, tiles in my kitchen or something that have the same pattern. And I was kind of sad about this because a patron came in a week or two ago and was like, "Oh, I want to check this out," and I was like, "I ordered it, but it's not here yet." But now it actually is here. And so that's good. I'm sure she put a hold on it, so I think it will all be okay. And let's see, this is historical fiction. It starts in Tuscany in 1944, and it's about a English soldier and an art historian who meet briefly and then meet again. So it seems like sort of maybe like interconnected lives. Oh, scientist E.O. Wilson, A Life in Nature, Richard Rhodes. This is like sadly very good timing because E.O. Wilson just barely passed away. He is a scientist who I always really admired, and a scientist who I always admired. Years ago, I read about his book about ants. I think he actually wrote a lot of books about ants, but one was written for lay people, and I just remember being so impressed by it. He did just pass away, but this is a book about his life, which I think would be really interesting because it sounded like he was just a very, very fascinating guy. Oh, another biography. This one about a very different but also fascinating guy, Will Smith. Is this a biography or an autobiography? It's called Will. It'd be funny to write, yeah, look, it's an autobiography, but it's his own name. I think people don't normally do that. But when you're Will Smith, you can do what you want. He is a very famous actor, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and then he just kept going from there. And it looks like it's co-written with someone named Mark Manson. I like this cover, too. I've got such a big pile of books going here. I'm going to have to be careful. It's going to fall over. There's going to be a big crash. This is called Orwell's Roses by Rebecca Solnit. Oh, that name is so familiar to me. It says she wrote a book called Recollections of My Non-Existence. And this is, wow, a fresh take on George Orwell as an avid gardener whose political writing was grounded by his passion for the natural world. So that's a very interesting, I think, I'm not really that knowledgeable about George Orwell, but that sounds like a different take. Here's just a quick one. We have a new MC Beaton, Agatha Raisin mystery, Down the Hatch. These are just like very reliable, cozy novels. They tend to be fun. Looks like we've got maybe like 4 or 5 more. Poet Warrior, a memoir by Joe Harjo, the Poet Laureate of the United States, the first Native American to serve as Poet Laureate. And sounds like it's just about her life, about how she started writing poetry and about the stories about her ancestors and the loss of her mother. Sounds very beautiful. Poets often, even when they're writing prose, tend to write very beautifully. Betrayal, the final act of the Trump show by Jonathan Karl. And this is, Jonathan Karl. He was a reporter who has known Donald Trump longer than any other White House correspondent. And he tells the story of Trump's downfall. Katie Couric, Going There. That's a pretty good title for a book. You feel like if the book is titled Going There, there's going to be something dishy. For more than 40 years, Katie Couric has been an iconic presence in the media world. And so I think this is just her talking about her life, right? Right? It seems like a good time to do it. 2 more books. The Family by Naomi Krupitsky. This is a Read with Jenna book. Look, they both have nice sweaters. They're sort of like old-fashioned, but I feel like they're the kind of old-fashioned that's going to come back. So this is a novel about 2 daughters and 2 families. So I guess they're not sisters. So it sounds like there's a lot of family stuff, and I don't understand that it says their fathers are both in the family, but I don't know if that's. I feel like I'm going to sound really naive. Is that like code for the mafia? But it doesn't actually explicitly say that in the novel, so I don't want to like lead people in the wrong direction. So it's a little unclear to me, but definitely sounds like a sort of sprawling family saga, which I know a lot of people really like. Last book, very last one. The High Five Habit, perfect timing for this one too, because it is the new year, and a lot of people are thinking like, what good habits could I form, and what bad habits could I make go away? So this is Mell Robbins, who wrote the 5-second rule, and it says take control of your life with one simple habit. Oh my gosh, now everybody's going to want to know what is that one simple habit. The High Five Habit. So this sounds like it's sort of like empowering, inspiring type sort of self-help, which we need, right? So that's my empty box, and I will be back soon with another video.